Hello, hello, hello! How are we today? Thanks so much for tuning in. Welcome to Hellstorm Wargaming. My name is Mikey, and I appreciate you hanging out today. Hello, hello, hello. Looks like my chat's just caught up. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday show. How you all doing? Well, my name's Mikey. We've got loads to talk about today. We've got so much to talk about. We've already put out drama videos today. It's that busy. But let me know who you are, where you're watching from, and what's going on. My name's Mikey. I stream every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And today we're going to be talking about GW claiming videos and copy striking channels. Can we copy strike? Can we copy strike PewDiePie? Can we copy strike PewDiePie, please? But welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, hello, hello. He sounds crackly. Wait, what? Wait, what? My mic audio's a bit off. No. Let me check. I need to listen back. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Let me check. I need to listen back. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That sounds fine. Maybe I'm just too loud. Hello? There does seem to be a crackle. Watch this. Hello again. How's that sound? Oh, God. Fuck. Okay. 1 second. For fuck's sake. I'll just put some music on. 1 minute. Check. 1, 2. I'll just turn that down a little bit. And then... He's communicating with his GW handler. 1 second. It's like tick for mosquitoes in a fly zapper. That's weird. Check. Is that working now? I'm going to turn the music off and just try it again. Is that working now? I'm going to turn the music off and just try it again. Oh, I can hear it. That's annoying. That's really frustrating. It's like it's popping, isn't it? I can hear it. That's annoying. It's like a pop. What if I just... really is frustrating. It's like it's popping, isn't it? If I just turn that off, does that make it better? Sorry, I'm having to the echo as well. I'm trying to listen back to it. Does that sound better? Maybe? Does that sound better? Maybe? No, it doesn't. Fuck's sake. Right, okay. YOLO! YOLO! Hello? 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 That sounds good. I think that sounds good. There's no pop. There's no pop. Let's go, baby! Sorry about that, chat. Welcome to Hellstorm Wargaming. That was literally working earlier because I recorded. I've not turned anything, and then it went. God damn it. Anyway, thanks so much for tuning in. My name's Mikey. Thanks so much for tuning into the stream. My apologies for the complete cock-up. Well, welcome. We've got so much to talk about today, and now's the time. My microphone is broken. Now's the time to become a member, just like Saltism, for the last 11 months. Thank you for the 11 months, Saltism. Only one more month to go for a whole year. Congrats, bud. Congrats. We're trying to hit 630 members. We hit 600 the other day. Let's see if we can get right in the clear and get to 630. That'd be very sick. That'd be very, very cool. But I appreciate you all. Thanks so much. I've knocked my blue tack thing off, my little pin badge. But welcome, everyone. Welcome. We've got loads to talk about. Games Workshop are allegedly claiming videos. All the YouTube channels are literally dying. And yeah, we just got so. Well, I've already put a drama video out today regarding the Super All-Stars 2. If you haven't seen it, I'm running the Super All-Stars 2 next week. And it's the last week to get tickets. So please, if you haven't already, grab one. All right. Conga Stewie, thank you for the 18 months. Test your audio. Cooked crabs can't crawl clear of clams crammed in clean cars. Thank you. Cooked crabs can't crawl clear of clean clams crammed in clean cars. Clars. Yo, Saltism, thank you for the 5 gifted. What a fucking legend. 11 months and 5 gifted. Let's go, baby. James Stancliffe, thank you for the 6 months. And Jamartine, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted, man. You're a fucking legend. Thank you, everyone. That's it. We're only 10 away now. That's it. That's 1 in 7. 1 in 7, all right? You're like, whoa. 1 in 7 people could donate. But and you're like, whoa, one of those 7 people could donate right now and become a member and we get the giveaway goal. And if you're thinking, well, it could be one of them and you don't know who it is, it's probably you. That's your time to donate. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Mikey going to be hyped for the new Blood Ravens book. I am very hype. That's a deficit of $2.5 grand debt from All Stars. Yes, exactly. I run an event that's losing money, so all the members, the better. If you can't make the All Stars event, that's fine. It'd be cool if you could. If you can't, become a member today. Thank you, bud. Gino has been fairly quiet on Screw the Community, so I guess it's overdue. It's even funny when you know the news, bud. It's even funny when I show you the news. Goose, thank you for the gift. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. But yes, I am hyped for Blood Angels. Preview, sneak peek. Sneak peek. Sneak peek, baby. Look at this bad boy. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Hashtag leak. Hashtag leaking Death Company. Just kidding. It's a fucking conversion, baby. It's Samurai Guard arms and a actually that's a Grey Knight arm. And it had a Storm Bolter, so I cut it off and replaced it with a little shield. Bam! Death Company, baby. Nice and easy. The gradient, baby. Look at it. Look at the gradient on the pads. They're so good. They're so good. It's just white ink and red ink. Smashed it. Smashed it. Easy as. And that's just a conversion. That is 2 chainsaws stuck together. Can you see? Can you see the join? It's like here. Can you see? The teeth are ever so slightly close together, and you can see there's like a little gap there. Hell yeah, dude. Just convert your models. Don't wait for boxes. Make them early. You can see they're not perfectly straight, but it's fine. Oh, wrong way. It's perfectly fine. You smashed it. So I should say, chat, this week, bunch of streams planned. Hopefully, on Wednesday, we're going to be doing a very special stream. I don't want to promise anything just yet because I'm still working with the technology. But Wednesday, we should have a pretty funny stream. Okay, if not, I'll be doing the morning news as normal. And then Friday, we've got a game planned. I've got Billy coming to play a game. And also, on Saturday, we're going to be playing another live game, okay? We're playing one Friday and Saturday, potentially Sunday, but should be one at the weekend as well. We've got 2 game streams this week. And I can't tell you what armies they are. But I've been paying Death Company. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. That's all. I'm not saying anything. They're 2 separate facts. I'm playing 2 games this week, one at the weekend, one on Friday. Full stop. New line. Mikey's been painting Death Company. Okay? Full stop. New line. Completely separate events, all right? If you want to put 2 and 2 together and get 5, that's totally on you, all right? That's totally on you. But I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's no reliquary red, but it'll do. No, this one is red ink, because obviously I want to be brighter for Blood Angels, because it's like a more of a Blood Angels vibe. But since the Death Company, they're unique, right?
Super chat £49.99 pence. A game on Fridays and Saturday. Hype.
Holy shit! Thanks for the £50 super. That is mighty super of you, dude. Thank you. Holy shit! Hearts in chat for Papaya Pariah. 50 gifted. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. No one is gonna top that. Not one person. Papaya Pariah, thank you for being an absolute legend. That is so generous of you. Thank you. Thank you, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit. What a fucking... Thank you for all the gift, and thanks for all the super chats. Really appreciate it. And if you can't afford to super chat or gift, make sure you like the stream. That's free. Alright? Liking the stream is totally free. You know what else is free? Sharing my event and telling other people to come. Okay? They're all free things you can do. But if you want to be like Papaya, be like Jamartin, like Goose, like James, like Saltism, like Conga, Saltism again, you can gift our super chat today. Thank you, guys. Does that only count as 1 marble? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That's 10 marbles. Okay. Papaya nailing the marbles races till they win something better than paper. They have won multiple sets of paper, to be fair. Multiple sets of paper and dice. They've done pretty well, to be fair. Bloodraven stealing Death Company. Look, I ain't paying 5 Space Marine armies. That is stupid. It's not cost effective. But also, yeah, Bloodravens are stealing Death Company. They're probably stealing some 40 mil base Saga Guard as well this weekend. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. Okay, I didn't say anything. I just said I'm painting Death Company and 40 mil bases. Okay, I'm just trying to put my wooden spoon at all stars. Thank you, dude. You're a fucking legend. You're an absolute legend. Absolute legendary human. No, I really appreciate it. Okay, thanks everyone. What a fucking hype way to start the stream. Thank you. Even though we had the fucking mic break, what a hype way to start the stream. So thank you for making me feel so welcome. Thank you, everyone. I can't wait for the Blood Wolves Ravens. Yeah, they're still there. They've been put off for a little bit. I've been busy. I've been organising All-Stars. I've been painting like 9,000 tables of terrain again. If you didn't see the video earlier, I'll give you the quick rundown. Basically, there's multiple events happening on the same weekend, so it's like I'm finding it hard to shift the last few tickets, but there are still tickets available at !shop. But basically, I'm like, because like loads of terrain is like updated since the last event we ran, the last big one especially. I'm still zoomed in too much. I'm just trying to like finalize all the terrain. I've got like bits of terrain on my desk everywhere. That's what I showed in the video earlier. But I've just been like painting loads of terrain as well. So I've just been like, I've been trying to paint Death Company, but then I'm like, I've got fucking 10 buildings to paint for this type of terrain. We're just about to watch the Agents vs Custodians when I get the notification. Mate, it's such a fun game. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you can watch it later. It's such a funny game. We had Elliot come down and play the Custodies, and everyone who tuned in said it was good. Everyone tuned in said it was good. So it's just been like one of those things. It's kind of like I've been trying to stream. I've been like consistently streaming. I've been consistently streaming games, and I want to thank everyone who's like supported that with like super chats, tuning in, liking, sharing, etc. It is so generous of you, and I really appreciate it. And I feel like we're doing really good things. We've got this huge event next week, which is like super exciting. That's just time consuming. So I've not been putting as many videos out, which is like just made it super difficult. So special shout out to Wood Imp and the Pickle Jar who are currently editing or have edited for me recently, because they're just taking the pressure off. Okay, they're just like, you know, I'm like a tire and it's a hot day, and they're just like pressing my release valve. They're pressing my make it easier. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm just saying that they make it my life a little bit easier. Okay. Wait, can't you big brain and retcon the event to 100 from 140 till there's only a few tickets left? That's what I'm saying. There's only a couple of days left. Deep pressing. We're going to tell people about that. I try not to. But as I said, we've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. But if you don't know, my name's Mikey. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate you. What we do before we get into the main topic, we have a chat. We shoot the shit. Okay. So for another 10 minutes, now's the time to ask me questions. Ask me about things that you've seen, things that you've heard, things that you might want me to know about. Now's the time to tell me before we get into the main gossip. Okay. They're giving you happy endings to your videos. Look, they're just... Wait. Is that working? There it is. Just delayed. Yes, they are giving me happy endings by helping me out. But no, shout out to those two. I've got Josh working on a really big video. The Pickle Jar, you know him, he's a legend. He's working on a really big video for me right now. And Woodim's just been like constantly just shit. I'm like, here's 4 hours of footage. I need a 20-minute one, please. Please just give me a 20-minute video out of this. And they've actually been smashing it, so I really appreciate it. I like the haircut, mate. Yeah, I've had a trim. I had a trim on Friday as well. I got it done Thursday, Friday morning, Thursday. I got it done last week. Anyway. GDP being Tonks again. Yeah, seriously, just you wait, mate. Just you wait. Are you excited that Walk on Wheel Troke back out for the announcement today? I am, but it's going to be at like 1 a.m. on Thursday. I am not staying up for it. I'm doing our event. I'm going to be driving a van to and from Sanctuary to move terrain on Friday morning. I can't watch the stream next week. I'm so gutted. But if Adam Troke's on it, mate, I thought that's so hype. That's so hype, bro. That's so hype. Like, Lewis seems nice. Lewis seems nice, but fuck me. God, just like, give me some shit talk so I can laugh at you, you know? 1 a.m. the Thursday. Is it not Friday night? It's Thursday night? It's not Thursday night, it's Wednesday night. Mikey driving a van. Is it near a school, is it? Shut up. How you doing, bud? Comes in here, says nothing. Says, is Mikey driving a van near a school? Leaves. It's Wednesday night, Thursday. Oh, maybe we can then. Maybe we can do it. Depending on what happens this week. Maybe we can do it. Thoughts on the new Kill Team? We actually did a watch along on the Discord the other day. !point Discord. You're a grey name, okay? Look, let me tell you a secret, all right? The Discord, best place to be. Best place to be. It's really sick. It's really cool in there. And guess what? You get in there for little as £2 a month. Okay? We have multiple levels of tiers. And the more tiers you get, the more stuff you get. But £2 gets you into the Discord. And we did a watch along, which you missed. Then you can hear all my thoughts on how good Kill Team looks and how I think it looks really sick. And I think the kit looks really good. But yeah, I think Kill Team looks sick, basically. It looks really good. I like the fact they're using numbers. I'm hyped to give it a go. Because I've been collecting Kill Team. I've been trying to keep up, but it's a very complex game, I've found. So I'm hoping that the new one is a little bit simpler, especially with line of sight and stuff like that. You get to witness... Oh, this isn't caught up. This bot's died. You get to witness abuse towards Detnal. It's great. It is great. The Kill Team movement has been fixed. Exactly. Thank fuck. Join the Discord for body abuse. I like everyone just like likes getting abused. Are you all trying to tell me you've got a kink? Is that what you're trying to say? You've all got a little kink of getting abused by mods. You like being told you're worthless and getting banned for 10 minutes. Is that what we're saying? Have you tried many spearheads? I know you said you tried a few games. I've already managed that. Yeah, I think I've played about... I want to say I've played 15 games spearhead now. I played against a lot of different ones, but I've only used a small handful myself. I've been playing Stormcast and Ossiat Bone Reapers mostly. And then I've tried out Maggotkin once. But that's it. But yeah, I think Spearhead's a really, really fun game. It's really, really good. I really enjoy it. I just think I don't want to play... I've kind of like trying to have a break from it because I played loads of AOS very quickly. Now I'm trying to get back into 40k because I think it's hard to play multiple games very quickly all at once and I don't want to burn any out. So I'm trying to like leave it a gap where I don't get bored of it, but also I don't burn it out, you know? It is like that weird restaurant where the servers suck at customers on purpose. Yeah, we Karen Cafe. We have Karen Cafe. Does Spearhead still feel fun engaging after that many games? I'm sure these get my mates to play it. They're worried they'll get bored without list building. So just a reference, don't forget I've been playing a little bit longer than everyone else. I've been playing the game for probably about a month longer than most people. So let's say in that time I think I've played 15 games, and you kind of know what cards are coming. You kind of know what cards are coming. It is still fun. I'm still enjoying it. But yeah, I think that is a very valid concern of like, no list building will get very bored, which is why I think boarding actions, ironically bored, I think boarding actions is like a really nice way to play 40k, but like a spearhead vibe. That seems because it's like list building with loads of missions. But yeah, I think if you play loads of spearhead very quickly all at once, you'll get bored very, very quickly. But if you play like a couple of games every week, again like 2 or 3 games in the evening, it's fine. It's fine, yeah. Karen Cafe is closed now. I know, it's sad, isn't it? I never actually went. I always wanted to take Georgie's mum and dad, because Georgie's mum's very posh, and I wanted to take her to a Karen Cafe, but it's on the telly. They've already seen it. I actually really like he plays Skaven, and the reinforcement stuff is a pretty epic way of doing it, but I agree, try not to play too much. I think the same will happen with any game, right? If you play too much, you'll get bored. It'll get samey, but like Spearhead, you can play really quick. That's the problem. The issue with it getting stale very quickly. Mike, I highly recommend Wild West Exodus. It's like a mix of Necromunda and Kill Team, and it's so fun. I've seen Wild West Exodus. I never tried it though. The new one is Muscle Mummy Cafe. Says Discord like them. I want to go. That's what my Discord likes. Muscle Mummy Cafe. The wait for the board and action book on site is actually killing me for that reason. Yeah, it looks really good. I really want to play in the channel. It's just one of those. It's like with like All Stars. I'm trying to like pump out so many events. I can't try and pick up the system as well. So I'm probably gonna do it after probably September time. That's the plan anyway. My little Ender 3 is working its hard trying to get me ready for board actions. Yeah, there's a company I worked with a couple of months ago. I think it's called Fabricator's Lair. They do some really nice terrain for board actions. Yeah, they do. It's literally called board action terrain. They do some really nice terrain for it. So if you got a printer on, there's some with the printer. It's all like themed as well, which is cool. Which would be really cool for like the asymmetry missions where you crash stuff together. You got like 2 completely different vibe boards and just smash them together. It'd be really good. Fabricator's Lair is precisely set on printing. Yeah, they're good. We did a lot of work with them. We promoted their most recent Kickstarter. They seem like a really good company. And by company, I mean it's one guy. Okay, let's do the first part of the news, shall we? Let's talk about Blood Angels. All right. Blood Angels are on pre-order this weekend, baby. Have I mentioned I'm doing 2 gaming streams this week? Have I mentioned we're doing 2 gaming streams this week, bro? I might have mentioned. I might have. Okay, so Regard strikes savagely at the heart of the enemy. And chat, it's already been pointed out that the stratagem showed off in this article doesn't work, which is hilarious. Actually hilarious, bro. Actually hilarious. So the stratagem doesn't work. Blood Angels exist as slides between 2 extremes. On a scale. I missed on a scale, damn it. Cursed with the red thirst, the resplendent elites known as the Sanguinary Guard, these golden warriors descend from above, unleash righteous fury in their abundance with a beatific deathmask belying their ferocity. As you might notice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, maybe that doesn't quite work. But there's not units of 10 Sanguinary Guard in the picture. Okay. Are the guards armor knits optional war gear? Guys, shall I make a 3D print for the new Sangard nipples? I do have one. Shall I sell it? Shall I put them out for free? For hashtag free the nipple. The new Blood Angels look like Ultramarine design custodians. You know what? You're so right to say that. With a lineage stretching back to the days of the Great Crusade, the Sanguinary Guard are so named to their origins of personal bodyguards of Sanguinius himself. And they've shown off some weapons. They've got the Incarmine Blade, which I'm pretty sure is the same profile as it is now. I'm going to put like £5, chat. £5 on it. £5. It's the same profile. 4 attacks, 3/6, -3/2. Look at that. Oh, it's strength 6 now. I've lost £5. Chat, someone pay £5 super chat. They've got the same amount of attacks, additional strength, additional AP. You know? That's good. That's a nice little buff. That's a nice little buff. Strength 6 is nice. Especially when you consider in the Blood Angels detachment, if it remains the same, there'll be strength 8 on the charge. Which is cool. Extra AP, which is nice. £5 each the viewers getting. Chat, someone super chat £5 so I can pay the viewers back. The way he's holding that looks like the war gear is a sword and the sword is a really long handle. I don't... What? This? Looks like the war gear is a sword and the sword is a really long handle. Is it because of this hand? Is that what's turning you off? Go for me, page. Start off. No one said, oh, I'll take the other one. I'll take it. Oh, the Incarmine Spear. Okay, I get you. So the Incarmine Spear, less attacks, less AP, but does get Lance. But I'm going to say the blades are better. I think Lance is decent. +1 to wound is nice. It's the same strength, but it's less attacks. Less attacks, easier to wound. But without, if you consider they'll have Oath of Moment, more than likely, you know, if you consider they'll have Oath of Moment on the target, they'll be re-rolling hits. So the less attacks is really bad. But on the turn they don't have less attacks, you want the Lancers. You know? And plus, if they keep the stratagem, you've got really easy access to Lance already. Lance feels redundant when they're putting on the charge. Yeah, but if they're strength 8, they're winning most infantry on 2s already, which is cool. But it's stuff like if it's toughness 7, you know. Anything toughness 5 to 7 is a huge bonus. Spears are great against custodians and light vehicles. Yeah, they're pretty good against custodians, yeah, and light vehicles, definitely. It's this toughness 5 to 7 that it's better at, you know. And then even against like heavier targets, if it's toughness 9, toughness 10, you win it on 4s. You know, with Lance. But the more attacks is always going to be like, the more attacks is probably always going to be better, or better more often, I think. The returning Red Thirsty detachment, so they pretty much confirmed it. For the new Liberator Assault Group detachment. Wait, what? The returning Red Thirsty detachment rule for the new Liberator Assault Group detachment. Okay, so it's called the Liberator Assault Group instead of Sons of Sanguinius. The Red Thirsty detachment rule, which is the +2 strength, +1 attack. While the new Angelic Host detachment will provide you with a plethora of rules for all things jump pack related, like Death from the Sky stratagem. So this isn't in the same ones. If you take the +2 strength, +1 attack, you don't get this new strat, which enables your Sanguine Guard to advance or fall back and still charge, improving their already prodigious mobility and putting the Lance rule to work after turn. Now this was quite funny. This is quite funny. Death from the Skies. When do you use this stratagem? Your charge phase. Target 1 Adept as a starting jump pack unit for your army that advanced or fell back this turn. Until the end of the turn, your unit is eligible to shoot and declare a charge in a turn in which it advanced or fell back. Chat, can you spot the issue? Can you spot the issue here, chat? That's right. As per this stratagem is written, which I'd already started recording the video. I'd already started recording the video for this. You use this stratagem in the charge phase, which is after the shooting phase. Which means this stratagem allows you to advance or fall back and still charge, but it doesn't allow you to shoot because it's used in the charge phase, which is after the shooting phase, which means technically that with the timing, you can't use it. So chat, even misprints are getting onto Warhammer community a week before the book is out, or the book is on pre-order. So technically, you can never advance and shoot or fall back and shoot with this stratagem as it's written. Because it's using the charge phase. It's broken. Broken, it literally doesn't work. You can advance and charge. You can fall back and charge because that's done in the charge phase. But you can't shoot because it's used after the shooting phase. Now, obviously, we can all laugh. The easiest fix for this is say in the movement phase use it. You know, but I was like so ready to laugh at this on stream, and it's just been posted it publicly. I can't even make a video. I broke the Blood Angels Codex. Do they not have weapons that can be shot whilst charging, or is that not a thing? That's not a thing, Andy. You shoot in the shooting phase, you charge in the charge phase, you fight in the fight phase. But it's funny. Death from the Skies technically doesn't work, but I think it's safe to say it'll get changed to movement phase very quickly. Because the effect is until the end of the turn, not during this phase or whatever. So you go use it in the movement phase when it fell back, you know, and then you can shoot and charge as normal, or advanced or whatever. Breaking the codex up before it's even released. Yeah, everyone just fucking saw it. They just posted it. They could have posted. Obviously, out of this detachment, there's 6 stratagems they could have posted, but they posted one that doesn't work. It's funny. Each new miniature comes with a choice of iconic deathmatch style helmets or unhelmeted heads that can be equipped with an Carmine blade or spear. There's also a choice to swap one of the Sanguinary Guards Angela's bolt gun to an Inferno pistol, which confirms they can't all take Inferno pistols now, probably, because obviously it's usually what's in the box is what you can build them as. Another can be upgraded then Carmine spear with the Sanguinary banner, one of the number of rare pennants usually stored in the Blood Angels vaults on Baal. So what that tells me, according to this loadout, is that one can take an Inferno pistol rather than all 10. You know, rather than all 10 can take Inferno pistols, it's going to be, if this unit is 3 to 6, because they come in boxes of 3, which would follow on with every other Space Marine unit that they have in boxes of 3 now. That's 1 in 3 could take an Inferno pistol, so probably 2 for 6. Because probably, again, I'm just guessing at this point. I don't actually know. But the point is it's 1 per 3. Okay, so it's probably going to be 2 per 6. But also, if you want to take a banner, you might have to take a spear. So I think you might see 5 blades, 1 spear. Because again, it says, while another can upgrade their Carmine spear with a Sanguinary banner, because obviously this is the banner. So I think you're going to see is like one banner and then 5 Carmine blades. Which is not going to be so bad if it's just one guy with the ever so slightly worse weapon. But so you can take a banner, because you probably do want the banner because it's free. It's an increase your OC, but you might have to change your weapon for it, which is actually quite surprising. You'd think it'd just be another piece, like normal. But it kind of makes sense that it's on the spear now, so you do have to take a spear to take a banner, sorry. So... But the rules look good. Again, they said they've got a 4 plus feel no pain or something, or invuln. And a 4 plus invulnerable saves compensate. Oh, it's a 3 to 6. There you go, they've confirmed it there. An extra wound and a 4 plus invuln. So they're going to have what? 3 wounds, 4 plus invuln. Rip back banners, right? The Blood Angels Armor set is available pre-order Saturday and gives you a compliment of arrayed Death Company warriors. Make your own, chat. Make your own. They make a perfect foil to unwavering and unflappable. They are unflappable now. They've got no wings. Which will be swooping down from the heavens later this year. So we're not going to see Blood Angels, the rest of the Blood Angels kits for a while then. I mean, the gun is wrist mounted. Could he not just hold the sword in the same hand? Yeah. Yeah, probably. Is Lance really worth less AP and damage? I don't think so. As I said, I think the blade's probably going to be worth it. You know? Also, wrist-mounted Inferno pistol. Yeah, he's holding that pistol. It's not wrist-mounted like the Angelus bolt gun. I'm surprised the spears are worse. You know? I'm surprised the spear... You think the spears would be better? AP and damage. Yeah, that's true. It's just less AP and less attacks. Less AP and attacks, not damage, but still. You think the spear would be like strength 7? What does Lance do again? On the turn you charge, it gives you +1 to wound. Are they going to get decent OC? Well, I mean, with Banner, they're going to be at least OC2, right? Which is decent. With the character in there, it's going to be 2 or 3 with the Banner. If the Banner does the same thing, we don't know. I've got no idea. Well, they missed the wings. Just put some wings on it, bro. We did this last week. Just convert some. They're overvaluing Lance for all the downsides. Yeah, the physical Lance wet ability is decent. It's a very good ability. I take back what you said in your post. I missed the wings. Oh, yeah, you said the wings was shit, didn't you? Didn't you say you hated the wings? Bro, don't you dare. Don't you come in my chat saying one thing and say something else on Twitter. I'm not gonna... That's not gonna happen. Oscar. Just to clarify. You can't delete the message if I put it up on stream. Oscar Andrew. I missed the wings. Also, Oscar... I like it. I do not want wings. I want them now, please. I thought you did like the... I thought you hated the wings, bro. I thought you were a big wing hater. I thought you were a wing hater, bro. The disrespect chap. I'm going to delete the comment. Oh, the Instagram comment was worse. I can't remember the Instagram comment. Was it on the same post? On the same picture? Chat just been stealing Games Workshop's images and getting loads of like from him. Is that bad? What did it say on this one? Hot take. Never liked the wings. Don't think there's a good way to make them look decent on a unit, although the idea symbolism was cool. What a fucking joker. What a fucking joker. Chat, what's going on? Chat, we need to ostracize him. I can't even say it. So, Galahad, thank you for the gifted, dude. Thank you for the gifted. I think we're still 11 away because we've lost a few members. We need to ostrich him. They had the wings guy and work on Vespid. Also true. Also true. Also very true. I never liked the old wings, but I do miss some wings. There's so many nice replacements, though. Like, I know Grey Tide Studio have been posting about their wings. We showed some wings the other day on stream. There's loads of, like, options, you know? The new Geonosins are closer to the film. Yeah. I feel like Oscar's setting himself nicely to gaslight Mikey. We've got evidence. We've got evidence. Bro, send me your wings. In a couple of months, the spears will get an update. Yeah, exactly. So if you get when you get Sangar, just magnetize him ready. What is it, Grey Tile? Let's have a look. Is it on their Instagram? Am I giving a trim? No, I'm having my ears lowered, mate. Having my ears chopped down, you know? Yeah, look. So this is Grey Tie Studios. I actually don't follow them. I should. There you go. All done. Sorted. 2,000 likes. Launches in September, which is probably about the same time that Sangard come out. They've timed it perfectly. You know? You want to customize your models? Get some bits that you like. If you don't like them, if you don't like the models that they're making, get some bits and make them nice, you know? Just make them pretty. Not gonna lie, you hate the wings. No, massive fan! Oscar, you're just a hater. Don't lie to me. You're just a hater, clearly. You're clearly just a hater. Alright, chat. Alright, that's the Blood Angels news. Exciting. I'm sure we'll see more coming soon. But don't forget, I'm going to be live Friday and Saturday. And Saturday, playing a second game this week, which will be very cool. And I've been painting new models, 2 separate sentences. If it ain't a chicken wing, I don't want it. What do you mean a chicken wing? That is a chicken wing. It could be the same. Paint white, so an angel wing. It's all the same. What about the new prosecutor wings on Sangard? The prosecutor wings are massive, but it works. Okay, let's talk about Games Workshop. Let's talk about Games Workshop, bro. Let's talk about them, okay? As you can see, my title says Games Workshop are claiming videos now, question mark. Chat, let me teach you a little secret, okay? Let me teach you. Come here. Okay? A little secret. If a YouTuber puts a question in the title with question marks, multiple question marks, okay? And they're like, is this thing real? Usually isn't, okay? I will pay the £5 if you find one. But 90% of the time, if they ask you a question in the title that's ridiculous, it usually means no. Alright? Is it just bait? Yes, you've been baited. Okay? You've been baited. Because I want to talk about a tweet. But first of all, I have to set you up. Alright? Listen, last week I put out a video talking about shit channels doing the woke mind virus is killing space marines. Alright? You remember that one? You remember that one? It's the point of my title. You're going to click out now because I've just said I've lied to you. I kind of have lied to you, but only slightly, because we're going to be talking about someone claiming them being claimed, and I don't think it's real. Okay? So you remember last week, I did a video talking about Henry Cavill and how Henry Cavill has helped ruin YouTube because every grifter channel is talking about the woke mind virus destroying YouTube, all right? I didn't think I was going to bring it back up. I thought I'd said everything, but I was sent this tweet like an hour, like a couple of hours after the video, or like the next day or something, by someone who is one of those people, okay? And they said this, okay? They said this. It's related. Games Workshop copyright struck my video, which only showed reactions on X of people trying to cancel the Space Marine 2 video game because a Russian programmer worked on it. I also showed their Twitter post reacting to a leaked version of the game. I had no video gameplay or anything in it. They're trying to remove critics. Spread the word. Okay, and then this person's posted an email. Hi, John Del Arroz, that's their name. We received a copyright removal request for your video. Based on applicable copyright law, we remove your video from YouTube. Video title: Woke Warhammer 40k fans cancelling Space Marine 2 after full video game leaks. Content used. Content video URL. Content used Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2. Content found in the entire video. Removal request issued by Games Workshop Limited. Okay, Games Workshop is copyright claiming other channels. Until everyone shares this, until everybody shares this, Spread the word, everyone. Games Workshop are copywriting claiming us. Okay? They're claiming everybody. Until you notice one thing, because I think if people have half a brain cell, all right, Oscar spotted it. If you have half a brain cell, they would have clipped out the contact info, which is Focus Home Interactive at gmail.com. Now, I can understand. They're pretty pissed that they've had a copyright strike. I don't think any channel should get copyright striked, okay? However, looking at the email, Focus Home Interactive at gmail.com from Games Workshop Limited, something doesn't quite add up, okay? For one, okay? For one, Focus Entertainment was formerly known as Focus Home Entertainment, or Focus Home Interactive. And I think it was 3 years ago, on September 6th, 2021, Focus Home Interactive, which is the company, the publishers for Space Marine 2, rebranded. Okay? They rebranded 3 years ago. It's also at gmail.com. Games Workshop Limited are using, well, you expect me to believe Games Workshop Limited are using a company name that is 3 years out of date and gmail.com. Do you not think they'd be using at GWPLC? Because that's the official email? Because it's a PLC? Do you not think they'd use something info at Focus Entertainment, maybe the current company that's making and publishing Space Marine 2? Look, I don't think anyone should get copyright claimed, okay? I think copyright claims are very dangerous. And I honestly, even my biggest hater, okay? They're a YouTuber, they're my biggest hater or whatever, or these people, I don't like the content they make. It's really cringe, all right? Shouting woke in the title is just grifting, okay? You're just trying to bait outrage. This guy tweets probably 3 times an hour because they pay for Twitter Blue because he can make money, right? The point is, I think it's quite clear this is a fake copyright claim because it's a Gmail website. It's a Gmail email. Games Workshop and Focus Entertainment don't use Gmail. Or they might, but their emails won't be Gmail. It'll be info at. It'll be copyright detected at GWPLC, focusentertainment.org. How can you be this stupid to share the fact that it's a fake, probably a fake email? You know? It's probably a fake email. Here's me hoping I could make a meme about this. No, I don't think you can, I'm afraid. Because it looks pretty fucking weird. It looks pretty fake, but they shared the whole thing. If you wanted it to be believable, cut out contact info. Am I saying they did it themselves? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not alleging that. But I do think this is fake. and you can counterclaim. You can counterclaim for proof. At least blur it so people can't tell. If they were faking it, well, I'm not saying they are, but if they were, then yeah, you blur the email or crop it out. Not put it on as Gmail and get 140 retweets. And then everyone's sharing it like, fuck Games Workshop. Fuck Games Workshop. Let's have a look. Games Workshop is scum. Games Workshop is not about the fans or the hobby of gaming anymore. They are all about profit. This is why I pulled the art from our Martin Lady release. It really sucks. It made the entire EP feel incomplete. GW just goes insane with this. It's a Gmail website, bro. Where's his own email at the top? Well, I mean, he's showing his own emails up to him. That's who it's addressed to. We're trying to prove it's addressed to him. You don't hate Games Workshop enough. It's a Gmail account. Another terrible language. Terrible, terrible language. But you're talking about a Gmail account, bro. Hey, Games Workshop, reviewing is not a copyright violation. Seriously, get straight. I'm sorry, at gmail.com. Account created 2 minutes ago. Ah, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid because there's so many reasons to hate GW, right? There's so many reasons to critique Games Workshop, but claiming that their copyright claiming with an @Gmail account is just crazy. Actually crazy. And the fact that they didn't hide it is even crazier. It's even crazier that they published it was a Gmail account. How do you fucking post that and be like, yeah, it's definitely them? Well, reading comprehension is hard for some people, okay? That's all I'll say. Not related to this conversation, but just you know, just thought I'd say that randomly. Reading comprehension is very hard. And critical thinking, even harder. Even harder, bro. Anyway, there's your Games Workshop claiming copyright videos now? Question mark, question mark? Probably not. Probably not. Right, Mikey, get GW@gmail.com and make a screenshot of them trying to shut down All Stars. Problem solved. Holy shit, that's such an easy way to get retweets. Maybe the woke mind virus is affecting the alt-right. Yeah, who was it? Was it Hassan or something tweeted something like that? He said the woke mind virus is real. It's making people crazy. Not gonna lie, I want a woke Horus SDL now. That would be fun. Because people who cry woke are dumb as shit and they'll buy this without question. Yeah, they don't even think. They just see the headline. They don't read @gmail.com with company name that's over 3 years old. Fucking dumb fucks. Have we tried emailing them? No, feel free. I'm Mikey's biggest hater. You are idiotic. You are my biggest hater right now. Copyright claims should be when people upload whole film rips. Yeah, that's what it's for, but people abuse it. And then it can take anyone just to upload a video and be like, actually, that's mine. You know? Has he taken the video down? Yeah, the video was because it was copyright claimed. So there's like two different copyright claims, basically. There's a copyright claim and a copyright strike. Copyright claim basically means if, like, let's say I use a piece of music that I don't own, the people who own it can say, that's our music, not yours. We'll take all the revenue from that video, which happens a lot, to be fair. But the video stays up, but the person who made the video doesn't earn any money. And then there's copyright strike, which is like essentially you get 3 chances, it's baseball, you're out. And when that happens, a copyright strike, the video is taken down. I mean, wouldn't this be skirting legal territory? There's free reign for speech and parody, but they're actually trying to damage companies' rep for views. Goose, if, like, I haven't said that they've done it on purpose or anything like that. I haven't said they've done it themselves because I don't know. It could be anyone. It could be real. It just doesn't look real. It could be fake. I don't know. It could be, like, you know, again, hypothetically, it could be them doing it themselves to garner outrage. It could be someone independently doing it against them to, like, try and cancel them or whatever, or get them in shit. If it's not real, then it can have very legal consequences for any way, okay? It could be the person who is impersonating GW or GW Limited, allegedly with that email, they could get themselves in shit. If they're doing it themselves, it can be deemed as, like, damaging a brand. I'm not a legal expert. I'm just talking, like, hypothetically. Either way, it's not very good. But yeah, it's definitely, if it isn't real, which I personally don't think it is just by looking at that email, if it isn't real, whoever's done it can get in shit, yeah, big time. Why do people love drama so much they allegedly fake stuff like this? The guy will post it on Twitter because he's got Twitter Blue. And he'll post 19 times a day because he's got Twitter Blue. Okay? I scrolled down trying to find this tweet because I thought I bookmarked it and I hadn't. I scrolled down looking for this tweet, and I think they've tweeted 40 times today or something stupid. Because every view gets them a bit of money. That's why. If they've got a blue tick, right, and they're posting hate on Twitter, it's because they make money from it. Okay? You know, you could say I do the same, but it's not quite the same for me. I don't quite make the same type of that type of outrage content. I make news content. I talk about things that are happening. I don't get outraged about woke agenda, you know? But yeah, if they're posting on Twitter loads, then like saying this has happened, this has happened, this has happened, it's because they're getting paid for it. It's grifting, yeah. You know? There's grifting and posting the news. And if you're just making the same news out of something over and over again, like we spoke about in the video last week with the Henry Cavill's cancelled Amazon, it's because it's views, right? That's all they're doing. No, you bait us into videos like this. I do bait you. Yeah. I'm tempted to get Twitter just so I can get paid for my meme dolls, but I don't like the idea of paying for Twitter. I honestly don't think in our community, without posting like multiple times a day, you probably won't make much money back either. You just get outraged about AI art, rightly so. You know what? I think it's fair, mate. I think it's fair. Feels like woke is the most used word of 2024. 100%. It's so cringe. So AI generated woke horrors 40k is a site. Don't you don't you fucking get that in AI? Grab one of my t-shirts, bro. But yeah, I deleted Twitter off my phone. Best thing I ever did. I was so fed up with it. The fucking... I was on it for like 3 hours a day, and I realized I was just getting angry at the like all the time. I still have it. Just like Nathan still has a membership for 10 months. I hear from a good source that Amazon sharing is dead. My source. Heinz Ketchup. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the 10 months. Be like Nathan. We're 10 members away. We're 10 members away from the giveaway, which would be really sick. We do 2 giveaways. We do a free giveaway, and we do a marbles giveaway, or like a keyword giving a marbles giveaway. If you'd like to enter, you can type !T and C's to find out the terms and conditions. But also, you can become a member, and that will trigger the first giveaway, which would be really sick. Elon Musk is going to sue you for not encouraging people to give him money. I know, but I love it. I have a love-hate relationship with Twitter because I love what it used to be. And it's good for finding stories, but that's it. Speaking of stories. You might have heard. There's a big story that came out on Friday. Or when was it? Saturday? 17th. Saturday. I would give to someone too, but my new expensive hobby is taking my money. Jimmy is cheap compared to Airsoft. Now, but Nathan, thanks for being a member for 10 months, but I really appreciate it. Don't ever feel like you have to, but I'll always ask, because the thing is with like members and stuff like that and super chats, it's one of those things. If I keep saying it, people are more likely to do it. If I don't say it, people are less likely to do it. But don't ever feel bad if you can't, okay? Getting sued by Elon Musk would be great publicity. Yeah. Imagine the GoFundMe for the lawsuit. That'd be crazy. Think about how much money it'd raise and how much you'd give to charity when you spent it suing Elon Musk. If I got sued by Elon Musk, I would try and sue Twitter back off him to make it better. That's what I think Iman Khalif should do, because she's suing Elon, isn't she? And J.K. Rowling. If I ever got publicly sued by Elon, if I could, GoFundMe to sue Twitter off them. I'd only call it Twitter. But yeah, there was another big story on Saturday from, I would like to say, good friends. I tried to interact with them a couple of times, never got an interaction back. They have featured my channel on their channel once before, but it was on the TV in the background. But Tabletop Time, which are a very large channel, 270,000 subscribers, make Warhammer content, kind of like a smaller offshoot of Jazza, one of the biggest artists on the platform. Posted a video called "Tabletop Time is in Trouble," as you can see.
that, you know, this is happening. It's just life. Sometimes these things happen. We don't want to leave, basically. But yeah.
I'm so thankful to everyone that has come up to me and has told me that I've made an impact on them. It's a really special thing to me, and I hold it so dear to my heart.
I'm meant to be like uplifting at this stage and like move into something positive, but it's just miserable. It's tabletop time.
So if you know these three, it's tabletop time. They're a great channel. They post loads of really cool videos. They get like, they actually do really fucking well, which is obviously surprising. Like 100,000 views there, 20, 50. That one didn't do so well. 50, 60, 60, 100,000 again. Quite a lot of views. But they basically go over and say that they're having to reduce the amount of content they put out because they are a company, and those three, Jem, Dave and Murray, are staff members for the company that owns Tabletop Time, which is like Jazz's company as far as I can imagine. But essentially there's like multiple staff members. They're all paid a full-time wage and they're going to go to part-time, but they basically kind of saying it's really hard to be a YouTuber because they really struggle, and they're not getting the views, they're not getting the Patreons through, they're not getting the members through, etc. And it is tough. It is definitely very, very tough for them, you know. And like, the thing is with it is they're like staff. They're not like me. Like, I'm an independent creator, right? I'm a guy who owns the company, and my job title is Mikey at Hellstormwargaming. Okay, because I do everything. I'm the guy who makes all the planning decisions, but I also clean the bogs type vibe, you know. But it's really sad. I will say the problem is that like the setup that they've got, you know, it's like the company aspect, like as Nathan says, the company aspect is like something that I don't think works for this type of YouTube. But like, we'll have a quick listen to that like little intro. We'll see what they've got to say, then I'll elaborate more on it.
Yeah, we've been trying our butts off for 3 years to make this YouTube thing work really well, and it has not been. So the band-aid rip is that things are doing really poorly, and to save the channel...
We're going part-time.
Yeah.
We're all going part-time.
Basically,
We're all going part-time.
yeah. We've all cut back in order to slow things down so we can try and claw our way back, basically.
Yay! It's like the opposite of those YouTube videos where people are like, I'm going full-time on YouTube. Isn't that exciting? It's the opposite. Anyway, so I'm going to take you through...
I made one of those. I made one of those videos when I went full-time. I'm sure I did. I did a stream about it, I think I did a stream saying I was going full-time.
For the details of that, but it's going to be really awkward with Mari and Jen sort of standing and looking like this at the camera. So
Yeah, maybe it's better just you. All right.
Also, it is quite funny how quickly a channel can last when you invest so much time into staff wages, you know, because they were like kind of like an old channel that like kind of like disappeared then came back. But then they were like, there was like 3 presenters, an editor, an artist, all ready to go, and they grew really quickly. They've got like 250,000 or over 250,000 subscribers now. So it just shows you how staff is like so crucial to a successful YouTube channel. I think they have like 6 members of staff, which is like a crazy amount for one YouTube channel, but it's crazy how quickly you can grow with just like more hands on deck. And I think that's a lot of what YouTube promotes is like the more you do, the better you do, not necessarily like the quality you do, the better you do. There's obviously like standouts, and there's people who aren't quite like that, but it is obviously quite fascinating when you look at someone like me who's been grinding for 7 years. I've been doing it full time for 4 years now as an independent on my own doing, I have people help out, don't get me wrong, but I have freelance staff members now, or like they're not even staff. I have freelance editors that work with me, which is really cool. But I don't have like full-time staff that work with me all the time. I have people who help out, and I always feel like the bottleneck is how much time a single person can give. There was up Minions. Hey, how you doing, bud? It's very hard to be a YouTuber. Look, You gave me advice once. I don't know if you remember when I was at LVO in 2020, and I was like, I would like to be a full-time YouTuber. What's your best advice? You just like make videos that you like, and I was like, thanks. And here I am. Who knew that a COVID pandemic would be the trick for me being a full-time YouTuber? But thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. But yeah, it's just like it's quite wild to see like just like how many people are working behind the scenes of this. I think they mentioned, I think there's like, again, there's like 6 people, which is obviously quite a lot, and it is hard to be a YouTuber, but like the way their setup is, it's kind of like I'm surprised at it, but I'm also not surprised that they're in this position. They're making this video because they're not making enough money to pay the staff, right? They're not making them enough because there's six full-time wages. So the whole point is they're going to go part-time and hopefully claw it back. But I always think, I've seen, not just in Warhammer, but just like YouTube channels in general, as like, if you make a video being like, hey, we're pulling back, we're going part-time, it's just like, to be harsh, life support, you know? And it's like, it's only a handful of channels I've seen kind of like get it back on track, you know? Which is really shit, to be honest. It's not like, I'm not like sat here laughing about it or anything. It is really shit. But like, when you see a channel doing this, which is what they kind of have to. There's like really limited ways you can kind of like ask or like be very upfront about like, look, things aren't working. It always feels like though it's kind of like it is just a ticking time bomb at this point. Because ultimately the easiest way to make things work is just fire all the staff and only have one, but that's just shit. Obviously, that's awful. But that's like, as a company, kind of like, that's why people get laid off, right? It's because they can't afford it. So they usually, the first thing that they can afford to cut is staff and make one staff member do the job of 3, which is if they wanted to keep going one person full time, that would be the only way to do it. It's horrible. It's shit. And the way they are doing it is probably the best way they could do it. But like, to get the ball back rolling when they're making less content, but not making enough already, is very scary, you know? It's like a death knell. Yeah, exactly. But going from full-time to part-time, just slow death route will be almost better to put the channel out of his misery. The thing is with it, I think, again, the problem is this channel is like, again, it's because it's a company. That's what's like, because it's staff members. And I think hired content creators or staff content creators is such a weird concept. It's a very modern concept. It's just very weird because like, it's always going to happen. You know, one day I would like to hire a staff member that also presents with me, you know, and I'd like to hire a full-time editor that also presents and works with me. But they would be the same thing that I'm criticizing now. But I think it's such a weird concept and it's so hard to like have like a proper salary, a proper income, like with like pension and dental and holidays, etc. When you're working on a YouTube channel, because it's not consistent ever. It's never consistent. Best advice, start small, grow slowly. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of like what I've always done, you know. I'm like, it's only in like the past year or 2 that I've been properly working with people consistently to make content, like help me edit basically. And sometimes like I have hired Josh to help me film and stuff like that. And then he's gone and edited videos. Again, I've worked with Woodimp, I've worked with a couple of editors, I've worked with Zinjo, worked on the big bolt gun video, but it's always like one-offs. It's not like, it's like relatively consistent, but not like, it's not like they're a paid salary or anything like that. The other person on salary is me, because I just pay myself whatever I can afford that month. If it was just YouTube money, but they got Patreon money and that goes with less hours on deck. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the income streams. But the thing is with it, they've just got so many people to pay, you know? I don't know what the average salaries in Australia is, but like, let's say they're on average pay, or slightly less than average because it's the dream job. 6 people, 5-6 people, that's very expensive. That's a lot of money every month. And I think when they made this video, they only had like 400 Patreon subscribers. I think they've doubled to like 800 now. So they're making a decent whack. But you think this is like, oh, that's a really big number. But then you're like, there's like 6 people on there, you know? There's like 6 people that need to be paid from that. If I was making this, hell fucking yes, dude. You know what I'd say to that? I'd be like,
tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.
hell fucking yeah. Only tough people last, because listen, I am an independent creator and you'll never stop me because I ain't fucking leaving. All right? As long as you'll have me, I ain't fucking leaving. As long as this number keeps going up, I ain't going anywhere because I'm built different. Okay? This is what I wanted to say. I wanted to say no matter what, because I am an independent creator, I can live on the land. I don't need anyone. I'll fire the gardener. All right? I'll fire the gardener finally. I'll get all the editing hours in possible. I'll work from a cardboard box. Because ultimately, as long as you'll have me, I'll always be here, grinding, making the news, making the drama, and nothing can stop me. Because ultimately, I am stronger than everyone as a content creator. The last bastion of Warhammer content, you could say. And I'm Super Saiyan 3, baby. They can't stop me. I'll lock in. I'll lock in no matter what. Because ultimately, YouTube just wants more videos, baby. That's all you've got to do. Just keep making content. The grind, aim for the 1 out of 10. Only get the green arrows, never red. Don't get the red. No one cares about red. Red's cringe. You know what's good? Green. Like little plastic people. Okay? Little plastic people, thank you for the gifted. No one can stop you. All you got to do is lock in and grind. All right? I'm a survivor. I'm from Yorkshire. I've never had money anyway. All right? I'm losing £2,500 next week to run an event just because I know people have fun and it'll be really cool to say I did it. Okay? And it'll just be really cool to say, hey guys, I did that thing. It lost loads of money, but it doesn't matter because as long as this number goes up, I ain't fucking leaving. All right? I ain't fucking going nowhere. Watch him about getting high in his own supply. I'm high on life because I'm doing the best job in the world. And it's all about grinds. All right? It's all about grinding. No matter what. I'm like a Super Saiyan 3, baby. I've got the backing music. This is me every morning. This is what I listen to wake up. I don't feel anything until I've listened to this song. I wait 90 minutes for my first coffee. I sleep with the tape on my mouth so I do get the mew in, all right? I got the strongest chin, the best haircut, the furthest hairline, and I'm also ready to grind, okay? I'm going further and even beyond. But it is hard to be a YouTuber, I promise, all right? I do, so I will say it's pretty hard to be a YouTuber, to be honest. All about that grind. That's why he begs for subs after a vacation. Look, I was just locking in. I was just locking in free radio. Yo, Papa Pariah, thanks for the 10 gifted. Thanks for the 10 gifted, bud. Thank you so much. I just locked in. I just listened to motivational speeches.
Lock in.
Okay.
Get it twisted.
Just
If you
lock in.
You can do anything, motherfucker. Get it twisted. Your
Just lock
actions
in, chat.
impact nothing.
Listen.
Your
Listen
fate
deep.
is predetermined.
Listen
the only
hard.
thing that you can change is your reaction to it. You can do anything you set your mind to. The
It's
world
true.
is a playground designed for you and only you to
Just
achieve
me.
your highest level ambitions. If
Just
you
me,
wait 90
chat.
minutes
Just
to
me,
wake
you-
up
you
until
against the
drink your
world.
first cup of coffee, nothing
This
will
is
stop
me.
you. If you duct
This
tape your
boulder
mouth
is the
when
channel.
you fall asleep, nothing can stop you. Get it twisted. You are a pawn in a universe
Never
chess
forget it,
match.
chat.
You mean
This is what gets me
nothing
going in the
to
morning.
God, if they even exist. You're a rounding error. You're 2 pennies
Look at
on
that
a
ball
Fortune
go.
500 company's balance sheet. They don't care about you.
Look
in
at the
slightest.
ball
Get it
go,
twisted.
chap.
Everybody gets what they deserve in this life. If you put in effort, you can achieve anything. Successful people are better people. Get
That's
it
true.
twisted.
That's
The
true. That's me.
circumstances surrounding your birth determine where you are going to go.
This is me,
Nothing
chat.
else matters at all. Your own level of education, your attitude, your level of effort, your friends, your network, your business, your credentials.
That's me.
Motherfucker!
Thank Thank you for the gifted. Really appreciate it. Bigger number, better person. That's what we say around here. Thank you so much for the 630 members. That's why I ain't fucking leaving, all right? That's why I ain't fucking going nowhere. Yeah, it's hard to be an independent content creator, but guess what? With people like you behind me, I ain't going fucking nowhere. I ain't fucking leaving. I ain't fucking leaving, baby. So thank you for the members. We've got a giveaway to do now. We've got a fucking giveaway. Holy shit. Papa Pariah, thanks for the 10 gifted. Ty, thanks for the gifted. Mercenary, thanks for the gifted. Big C, thanks for the gifted. Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. Who else have we had? Little Plastic People, thank you as well, bud. Really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. All right. Oscar, thanks for the gifted. Let's go with exclamation point grind. Exclamation point grind in chat if you'd like to win a spin on the wheel, baby. Get it twisted. That's what we say around here. Or don't. Or don't. You truly are an inspiration. Shout out to Northern Lion for that fucking good speech. Brian, thanks for the 2, mate. Cheeky Marble. Hell yeah, dude. Exclamation point grind. No R on the end. To enter, if you didn't know. The reason we have so many members is because everybody just wants to win some fun prizes on the prize wheel. As you can see, we have a bunch of prizes to give away. There's been some new ones added. There's been some new ones added as well. Still see Grey. Someone get rid of those Grey names. Someone get rid of them. Now, it's free to enter this giveaway just by typing exclamation point grind in chat. Because one time, my dentist told me I grind in my sleep. And he was so real for that. Okay? So type exclamation point grind in chat. But there's a load of prizes to give away, and then we'll do another giveaway at the end for the marbles race, which you can enter by super chatting, you can enter by becoming a member, by gifting a membership, and doing all the things. There's also other ways you can enter. You can type exclamation point T and C's in the chat to get the full terms and conditions on how to enter. But otherwise, type exclamation point grind. Exclamation point grind in chat. And if you're a Grey name, now's the time to become a member because you actually get 10 chances instead of 1. Okay? 10 chances instead of 1. And you let me continue to be on the tough times. Tough people, tough times. Cheap marble for me. I'm going to have to up the price for marbles if at this rate. I'm going to have to up the price at this rate. But thanks to the 2, Des. Really appreciate it. So, exclamation point grind. Look at all these Grey names. I didn't even know there's so many Grey names watching. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, what's going on? Chat, go to these Grey names are cringe. Anyway, we'll watch this a bit more of this video. If I could give them one piece of advice about this video, is that it's too heavily edited. And as an editor, editing that, I would have been like actually cringing so hard. I think their message is important. I think their message is super important. And I think what they're doing is totally fine. I do think asking for help when you need it is fine. Just don't heavily edit it in black and white at the beginning. It comes across as parody, which I thought it was. Thanks for the book, Radio. Appreciate it. Thanks for the $1. I suggest reading the Iliad. I had to go all out edited to prove their job value. Well, I love it to bits. I think they make great content. I just think the black and white reverb voice at the beginning of a We Need Money video, which I get. I totally get it. It was just a bit like, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like thought I'd been baited, you know what I mean? It's hard being a YouTuber, I get it. And I think asking for people to subscribe to Patreon is fine. I totally get it. But yeah, just like a bit heavily edited. Right, you're all just spamming grind. Exclamation point grind in chat to enter. There's only like 20 of you in. 25 eligible users because no one's typing in chat. There's 100 viewers and only 25 people have entered the giveaway by typing exclamation point grind. Did they all get so motivational and go touch some grass? Did everyone just like feel powerful and leave? You get extra 10 entries for liking the stream. That's true, chat. If you like the stream, you get an extra 10 entries. If you remember, you get another 10. Times 10. I think they want to touch grass. I have the picture. Right, 27 people entered. I'm going to give you... This is a 9-minute version. We're not the end of this song. You've got 2 minutes. If it hits 25, you're already late. Don't even bother. It got me so motivated. I gripped my throbbing paintbrush and painted some grey plastic. I'm so glad. I'm so happy for you. I'm so happy for you. Rob, thanks for the gifted, bud. Thanks so much, dude. Really appreciate it. This is the most members I've ever had. That number can only go up, though. Get it twisted. Thank you so much, dude. But yeah, if you're grey name, it's free to enter, but you do get 10 entries if you are a member. Okay, if you've been gifted a membership, that also counts. Because I can't differentiate members on this. It's either on or off. You got me so motivated. I fired up ZBrush and started sculpting typers. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Thank Galahad. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for the 5, dude. Thanks for the 5 gifted. Holy fuck. Do I just have to do a motivational speech every time I stream? Is that what works? Is that what my stream's been missing this entire time? I look forward to welcoming the next member of the Paper Prize Club. There is more paper on the wheel. Is that it? Just a motivational speech? I'll get Northern Lion to play for 3 minutes. Say, only tough people last. Tough times never last. Only tough people last. Honestly, I felt very motivated. I'm so glad. Stream videos of other people giving motivational speeches. That's true. So Galahad, thanks again for the 5 gifted. I shot you a DM. You should have had it. I don't know if you did. You might have seen it, ignored me. That's also fine. But just in case, I have sent you a message on Discord. Okay, 25 now. Someone needs to click that speech. Trust me, it's a short tomorrow, bro. Trust me, it's a short tomorrow. It's 25. So congratulations to the Lone Wolf Thing. The Lone Wolf Thing. Hello, hello. Come say hi. You've just won, bro. You've just won a spin of the wheel. The prizes you can win are a sticker, some plastic objectives, a Dark Tide game, actually good objective markers from Hellstorm Wargaming, Elden Ring on Steam or the DLC, combat cards code, Hellstorm Wargaming dice tins, some corn dice, some papers, a Dark Tide on Steam, a Hellstorm Wargaming measuring widget, Total War Warhammer 3, Tacticus paper, Warpforged paper, Rogue Trader on stream, and that's it. Spin it for me, brother. Get me that paper or Elden Ring would be nice. Well, good luck, my friend. Both great prizes. Oh, congratulations. You just won a Hellstorm Wargaming sticker. These are actually car vinyl stickers. It's actually my last one as well. Congratulations. You just won a Hellstorm Wargaming sticker. You can stick this on a car. It's weatherproof, as you can see. But it's a trial run for some stickers we got a while ago. I just found it out and I thought I'd give it away because we've got some more coming. But as you can see, it's our Hellstorm Wargaming logo vinyl sticker. Lone Wolf Thing, drop me a DM on Discord, my friend. Drop me a DM on Discord and I'll get that sent out to you. I said all weather, so you can put it in your car. Next wheel's been win a car. If it's off eBay for 99p, yeah, sure. Congratulations, the Lone Wolf thing. Again, shoot me a DM, buddy. I'll write you down. Alright. Let's take a look at his vid, shall we? Let's see what else he got to say. At the end of the stream, we'll do the marbles race. You don't have to be here for it, but if you are here, you can choose to respin during the marble stream. But make sure you stick around just for a little bit longer, for another 20 minutes before we do that. Okay.
All right, so this sucks. We haven't wanted to make this video for a while. Tabletop Time is a company. It's a bit unlike a lot of YouTube channels. We have been extremely privileged to be in the position to be employed as content creators. Jen, Murray, myself, the editor, part-time artist, mostly for Tabletop Time Roleplay, Alicia, have all been lucky enough to be...
Okay, so 4.5 staff. Which is still quite a lot of staff. But 4.5 staff, which is obviously less than 6 than I said. So I want to apologise to them for misspeaking.
Employees. That means, much like you all, we get paid wages to do a job. Our job is to create YouTube content. It does mean, however, that there are certain realities around that other YouTubers don't have to deal with, but also aren't lucky enough to deal with. So like, no complaints about getting a paycheck. That's amazing. No one's going to complain about that. But it does mean in a company, it's kind of impossible for us to be as resilient as an independent creator, because when times get tough and there's no money for people to get paid, labor laws.
Times get tough.
Last. Only tough people last.
So good. Fucking love that video. Yeah, but like 4 members of staff, like honestly, quite surprising that they got 4.5 members of staff. I don't know how the company wants to be profitable in Warhammer with that many staff members, especially because they won't be on minimum wage, because that'd be super unfair. If they are, that's actually abhorrent. But like 4.5 staff members and trying to make a profit in Warhammer YouTube. Like, there's a couple of companies that did it. I think someone mentioned, was it Des? Did you say something about different channels? Not many have made staff work. Tabletop Tactics, Titans, Mini Wargaming, Play On, and then some of them even have to put out begging videos to community every so often. Yeah, like, it's like, there's not many, especially when they're relying on mostly income and sponsors. Like, sponsors should pay for a lot of it, because obviously we can see, like, the Patreon, right? That's making 3,000 Australian dollars, which is, I don't even know how much that is. How much is that these days? Let's say 3,000. Is that like 1,500? Okay, so I'm making £1,500. But like, they're obviously getting views, so should be making money as well. But it'll be making a fraction of this. You know, maybe 1,000 Australian dollars. But they don't have like, they don't have memberships. They don't have like gifting and stuff like that. I will be honest with you, chat. I will be honest with you. The majority of my income, I can't talk about sponsors. I can't really usually tell you how much you get paid for like a sponsorship. When they come in, they're like quite a lot of money. It's quite a good amount of money. Don't get me wrong, but it's very sporadic. The bulk of my income these days, like general income, is gifted. You know, out of the 600 members that we have, probably around 400 of them are gifted members. Okay, $2,000 for anyone that cares. Cheers, Steelman. So just as like for like context for a channel of my size, which is obviously I have 40,000, they have 270,000. Ultimately, the number of subscribers doesn't mean anything. It's just like nonsense, because it just means more people have it in the sub feed, but most people watch YouTube from the homepage, so it actually doesn't matter how many subs you have. It's obviously the view count is better or more important. They get a lot more views than I do on every video. They get like the average, their average is like their normal average is 12 to 30k. I have vidIQ installed, so I can kind of see. I can kind of see like some random stats, like this one, this video. As you can see, you've got the blue line. This grey box is their average, and this is what this video is doing. Obviously, it's doing way better. But they get like 10 to 30,000 views in the first 2 days. I get like 10,000 views, if not less on average, probably closer to 8,000. But yeah, like most of my income is from gifted memberships. That's how that's what basically pays my wage, and then anything else kind of like gets invested in the channel. It gets invested in new cameras, it gets invested in editing, it gets invested in like gear or whatever, like models, for example, are like a cost that I do need to consider. I wonder how much Manscaped pays for shaved balls ads. Honestly, some companies will pay absolutely through the nose for adverts, okay? You know, like, I know Valrak has made the joke of asking for a Warlord Titan from Raid Shadow Legends, and I think Kirioth has, like, asked for, like, a Manta or something for Raid Shadow Legends. Both of these models, around £1,000. I can't tell you how much I get paid for sponsorships, but I can tell you is their channel is a lot bigger, and if they ask for the cash equivalent, the sponsor would snap their hand off. If they ask for double the cash equivalent, they'd probably be in the right ballpark. All right, just like a reference for those like larger channels. So like these channels like Tabletop Time, I don't know what they're asking for, but they're probably making quite a lot of money from sponsorships. A good, probably equivalent of their monthly Patreon income from one sponsor, if not more, probably more like double. But that's just a guess. I can't say for certain. I'm spitballing from what I understand of like different size channels and how sponsors work. But yeah, like their YouTube views don't make anything, like hardly anything anymore. I average probably like between 120 to 200,000 views a month on YouTube, and I think the income of that is probably like £200 to £300 a month. So if you like compare to them, it's probably making a good whack, but like not enough to pay like one person. Because most of my income now is like member goals, okay? Like when I'm posting member goals, I'm like, here, let's get some members. I'm like gift some memberships, super chats and stuff like that. The reason I constantly ask for that is because that's like, honestly, when I go to pay myself at the end of the month, that's where the chunk of the money is, and it's very consistent because everyone's very generous, you know. But like when I pay myself, I do pay myself the minimum amount possible because I put all the rest of it back into the channel. If I get a sponsorship and they pay, you know, a good 3-figure number, if not 4-figure, because we're doing something quite large, let's just say, I'll try and invest that straight away. I'll buy a new camera, you know, I'll do something. I'll do like a crazy video idea. I'll do a cool stream idea, you know, like for example, when we had loads of gifted last month, right? We had like quite a large number. It wasn't this big. This is crazy. I don't get paid to the end of the month from this, but this is crazy. But last month we had like a really big, generous group come together and pay loads of memberships through. Like we had like 2 streams, like 100 members through. All of that money went on paying for hotels so I could do Street Hammer. And that's kind of like how I operate, you know? Like if I've got extra money, I'm like, right, how can I run an event? How can I do a cool idea? How can I buy a new piece of kit to make what I do better? I don't like buying new cameras all the time. If I can get one secondhand cheap, I will. But in general, like sponsorships pay a good whack, and that gets invested mostly into time. If I've got spare cash, I invest it in editing or I invest it in an event. That's basically where I'm at now. That's where like how my cash flow works. But I am, as I say, they're a company. They've got like 4 members of staff that they're paying full time. So you think about how much that might cost. Again, I don't know what the average wage is in Australia, but like that's like quite a large sum of money every month that's just going to then, you know, generate income as well. But that's like a very large, consistent outgoing, which is very expensive. And the reason I can do it is because I'm independent, you know. What I'm hearing is if we stop donating, he'll have to take Detnel's barbecue sauce bean advice for the next few meals. That is 100% true, Goose. So please become a member.
Kind of make it illegal for us to like volunteer our lives. So effectively what's happened is...
That's the other point as well, is like they're salaried or like they get paid for so many hours a week. If I need to work more, I just have to work more because I'm the CEO, Mikey of Hellstorm Wargaming. My official job title, by the way, is Mikey of Hellstorm Wargaming. That's it. I'm the CEO, I'm the CFO, I'm all those job titles, but it's officially Mikey of. Because without me, nothing happens. But yeah, like if I need to put an extra few hours into a project, if I need to work until 2 a.m. on Fridays just so I can stream a battle report, finish at 11, 12, pack up and get home for 2, half 2, that's just kind of how it has to be because I'm the guy, you know, whereas if they had to do that, they'd probably have to get like overtime, etc., because it's outside of normal working hours, which is, again, it's just like weird, like labor laws, or not weird labor laws, but like labor laws that they have to abide by because they're salaried staff members, whereas I'm the guy who has to do everything. Without me, nothing happens type vibe. You should promote yourself to top banana. Top banana is just one below, actually. Mikey's way better. Median's about 65k. So if they $65,000 a year, Australian dollars, ultimately they're earning around 30k on Patreon, you know? You should join a union. I do. My boss is awful. And then I'm going to hire a union buster as well. CEO and Waterboy depending on the day. Yeah, exactly. So like someone like me, because I am an independent creator, obviously, I'm the guy who makes all the business decisions, but I also clean the toilets type vibe, you know? I do everything. Again, I have a bunch of people who help me out. And I can make sure they get paid as well, you know? And they are essentially staff. They're not like full-time staff, but like people you see like Elliot, like Tom, like Nick, etc. When I can, they get paid, you know? They get money. Like when we're running All-Stars next week, the reason, it sounds daft to say, but one of the reasons it's losing so much money is because I've got to pay all the staff members, okay? Because I don't expect them to work for free. But like, it's one of those things. It costs money to do these things, and you can't just expect people to work for free. But I essentially work for free because I pay myself X amount and work way more. But that's just how it has to be because I'm the first guy, you know. Gig economy jobs, yeah, essentially, because everyone else has a normal job anyway. But if I'm like, please help me work a weekend to run a tournament, I'll like, obviously pay them, you know. Especially where I can, you know, if I'm working on a big video and there's a sponsor involved, they'll all get a cut for helping me out, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's kind of like, I've got this army to finish for a video, can you help me paint? You know, sometimes it's not always the case, but whenever there's like lump sums coming in like that, then I make sure that people are worked and looked after, you know? Or have them work for the love of the game. You can't eat love of the game, and neither can I. The boss of Hellstorm is a right arsehole, it's true. Can't wait for the first mod paycheck. Honestly, Mercenary, if I had more income, I would ask more of you, but I would pay you. Have you given them all job titles? No, because they're freelancers. If they're freelancers, they choose their own thing, you know? they're their own job title. Looking fresh today. Appreciate it, Big Mac. But yeah, everyone who helps out, everyone you see on the channel isn't a staff member. They're like a freelancer, essentially. Ask more of me, I'm happily married. No, I think I do want to pay the mods, but I also want the mods to take a more serious position one day. You know? Basically. But like right now, it's just not something I can afford. But I'll always try and look after the mods, you know? I do what I can. I work in the theatre industry and we hire people on a day basis and it gets expensive quick. Yeah, that's basically where I'm at. Like gig work, essentially.
YouTube's hard. It's been getting harder. We've been making content for 3.5 years now, and it's been a great fun journey, but it's been getting harder and harder and harder. And some of that has been us trying desperately to make things work. I mean, there were periods of times where we were wildly overworking, doing crazy overtime to try and make these videos, huge scope projects that you all might be familiar with, and putting out 2 videos a week, and it's been an absolute slog. So effectively we're in a position now where views are down. We tried to create this system. We were going to do 2 videos a week. We did it for a while. We did Tuesday videos, which are talky. Saturday videos were projects. And we found that they didn't do too well. We were hopeful that it would be 2 veins of content that would allow us to kind of survive and continue doing 2 videos a week. But unfortunately, the Tuesday videos were very often flops. People didn't want to watch them. I think it was a little bit confusing for viewers to try and initiate it. But as I said, we lack the resilience to be able to do that for like 6 months or a year and build an identity, because if things go bad fast.
It's quite, I will say that's not like, because what they do, it's very like painting channels. The problem is with them is like especially I find it as well, like painting projects take such a long time for the payoff of one video compared to like any other video. It's just like time wise so expensive. But a channel of this size doing 2 videos a week is also not a great amount, because they can't do more project videos a week. So I'm surprised they don't do more videos, like more talking videos than one project a week. I obviously appreciate that's more time. But if you look at someone like we've obviously mentioned it, if you go on Tabletop Tactics, which are a similar size, more staff members, you know, do they post it on YouTube? They do, like 5 hours ago. Coming up this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. And there's 2 videos on Saturday. You know? Like, honestly, jokes aside, I said it during the grind speech, right? But 2 videos a week is something that I should be doing because I'm a solo dude, you know? I feel like 2 videos is, like, not a great amount. And again, it sounds like I'm criticizing them, but, like, obviously if they're working on projects, the problem is I don't think it's them being like, oh, I'm only going to do 2, you know? I'm only going to do 2 videos. But, like, if they're working on projects that's taking up so much time, I feel like that's the bottleneck, right? That's their bottleneck for streaming. What they really want is like 1 big project video a week and then like multiple short videos. Like I put out like 1 video a week, but I also stream 3 times a week. And again, when I said like live streaming for YouTube is like the bulk of my income, that's like super important for what I do for my job. But I also try and do videos which promote live streams, but I'll put out like multiple talking videos and then I'll put out like a project video, because again, it's expensive to do those projects. But again, if you've got multiple people, surely there's a way you can kind of like, right, 2 people are working on this project, so you other person, you have to like work with the editor to just put out a couple of videos this week, you know? Does that mean I'm not going to get a paycheck for giving you compliments in chat, Mikey? Yeah, just send me a check to my accountant's address. We appreciate your mods. Thank you for volunteering. Yeah, the mods are great. Big love to the big hearts in chat for the mods. They work so hard and they do it all off the love of the game. So I appreciate you. Tabletop Tax Weekly gives every employee a salary. I think it's 30k, and it also makes them edit and do everything, etc. I don't know what the price is or what they charge or like what they pay, but yeah, they do have everyone on salary. But they're also putting out multiple videos a week, and they're putting them out on both their own channel and their on demand. You know, their Netflix equivalent or whatever. So yeah, so like they're obviously making more money through their like their own version of Patreon because they have their own website, you know. They put out like behind paywalled content, but they're putting out 2 videos a week on YouTube and then another 3 in their paywall content, so like essentially Patreon, you know. So like they're putting out, that's a team of 6, I think, a team of 6 or 7, and they're putting out loads and loads of videos. But obviously the problem is that Tabletop Tower putting out big projects. Like battle reports take a long time to film. They take like 8 hours to film or whatever, or even more. They take the same amount, if not more, to edit. But there's multiple of them doing it in like rotation. There's like 2 people are playing, then one of them's editing, then the other 2 people, another one's editing, you know, and they're just like in rotation, so they can churn out loads of videos. However, they're not as time intensive as like a big project like what Tabletop Time do, you know, like all their videos are like big projects. They're probably the ones that are doing the best as well, you know. Kit bashing a brand new Dark Mechanic and Horus Heresy miniature, that's cool. 1 second. Excuse me. I had the big sneeze. But like their big project videos will take a long time and they do pretty well. That one not so much. That one a little bit less. That one 100,000, great. Making Warhammer like it's 995, a big project video, 53,000 views. Talking videos not doing as well, but like that's what they're doing. They're like their big projects take a long time, but they do really well. But the problem is, it just takes so many hours to do anything like that, you know? The closest example, if you got like a one-man band, maybe you got an editor, I don't actually know. It's like Pete the Wargamer, you know? Big project videos, but actually you'll notice that Pete's big project videos are mostly single models, you know? And they put out a video once every 2 to 3 weeks. Because big projects take a long time. And I think the problem is you'll find more and more channels that make like hobby content aren't doing massive projects. They're doing really interesting single miniatures. Well, let's have a look at Squidmar. Let's see what they're doing in a minute. Single miniature, talking about cheap airbrushes, talking about just paint. Single miniature, I think. Oh no, that's multiple. That's quite a large project, but they don't paint it as well. They like Lucas is just converting these ones. But they obviously did the Manta, which is obviously a huge project. And then they did the Warlord Titans, which is obviously again another huge project. But they mixed it in with smaller projects in between, you know. Like there's the Warlord Titan there. 1, 2, 3, 4 videos, and then Titan video. 1, 2 videos, and a Titan video. Squidmar is different in my opinion because he's aiming much wider than a lot of other channels. I think if they could, Tabletop Time are like making a similar vein of content, you know? It's a similar vein. Squidmar's obviously very successful. But they're making a similar type of content. It's like a mixture of Squidmar, Pete the Wargamer. It's all in the same area. It's just obviously some channels are doing bigger and better and some channels are doing less but still doing pretty well, you know? 30k Australian dollars is fairly low salary. Yeah, it said the average is 60, but the Patreon is bringing like $30,000 a year, sorry. I've had Squidmar as the most recommended Warhammer YouTuber. Yeah, because that's the biggest bud. That's just kind of how it works. Tabletop Tactics stuff is a set of series. It's a really clear, if you like one of their videos, there's more for you. Whereas some project channels like this has less a direct link between content. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Like, because it is a bit, you can see it's like a very sporadic. It's like lots of random stuff. It's all Warhammer projects, but it's very sporadic. It's very different on each video. Which can work. It can be successful, don't get me wrong. But like these ones a little bit closer, but they're also Pete the Wargamer thumbnails. Like this one especially, that is just a Pete the Wargamer thumbnail. But these ones have like consistency, you know, these ones, these two. But then it's all a bit, again, it's all a bit random. Squidward's the Mr. Beast of Warrior Critters. I don't think he is. I spoke about it a few times. Squidmart is the Ryan Trahan of Warhammer. And I'll say this every time. I think he knows it as well. I don't think he's daft. I tested 1-star hotels. Don't sleep in room 13. 1 star. What a great thumbnail. What have I seen this one before? Airbrush is leaking. 1 star. It's the same thumbnail. It's the yoink and twist, baby. I spoke about this a few times, but yeah, 100%. Squidmar is the Ryan Trahan of Warhammer. Okay, like very, very similar vibe. Very, very day 1, day 7, day 1, day 7, right there. You know, where's it gone? Day 1, day 7. Day 1, day 100. Day 1, day 7. So yeah, not Mr. Beast. Not Mr. Beast at all. Nowhere near. Here's Mr. Beast of Warhammer. There isn't one. There isn't a Mr. Beast of Warhammer. Because no one's doing it like Mr. Beast, sadly. For better and for worse, you know. I mean, meaning more of the case of he's very much look how much money I spent on a video. I don't even think he is though. Except for the fucking the manta, that was about it. I had 15 Warhammer scans on Sheen. I tested 1-star theme. I mean, it's a kind of similar vibe. I don't think he's done like a buying exclusively products, but like it's very similar. Mr. Beast of Warhammer would be something like buying a random kid in Warhammer shop the army of his dreams. Yeah, exactly. Who are those guys making massive gaming tables all the time for GW? I don't think so. I don't know. First I've heard of Ryan, but neither one is a super original set of video concepts. Yeah, Ryan's doing it different though. He's one of the biggest on the platform. 16.7 million. So, Maggie, let's get a 40k army and see if someone can protect it for a few days. I don't have enough to hire a tank. You should do that, Mikey. Mr. Beast of Kid is Warhammer army. Do you remember that I put out a video earlier where I said I was losing $2.5 grand? Squidmore is a clean style with well-crafted videos and the contrast of the thumbnails are good. Yeah, exactly. Definitely. Is Mr. Beast of Warhammer Ginger Steve? No, he's the oil donor.
So the reality is we kind of were at a bit of a crossroads, and the crossroads is either we continue to exist or we don't, to be honest. So a big elephant in the room, I guess, to talk about briefly, is the amazing success of the Space Bears Kickstarter. It raised something like 184,000 Australian dollars in November, December of last year, which was fantastic. And this isn't actually impacting that in any way. But the reason I want to bring that up is because I think that sounds like a lot of money. And if I was an independent content creator, you know, that would probably feed me for like 3 years. But given that there's employees and payroll and all of that, if you imagine how much you make in a year, you can see pretty quickly that doesn't go forever. The Space Bears...
Actually, that's not a great deal when you think about how much Australian dollars are worth, right? If it's 186 grand in Australian, that's actually not a great deal. Huh. Obviously, because it's a company, they'll all be separate. But if you think about that's the total they made, which won't include the cost of the product. So they make a profit, but like not a great amount. I love the choppy editing there. The J cut's a bit harsh, you know. Especially if Kickstarter money doesn't all go to them. No, obviously Kickstarter will take a large cut. But yeah, the J cutting's really, really hard. I think the editing is very... I can't think of the best word to describe it because I don't want to be too insulting. But like the editing's very harsh. You know? Very calculated, I think. Again, I understand the video. I think the content in the video is fine. You know, I don't blame them putting a video out like this to explain stuff. I think being open and honest with the community is very important. I congratulate them for doing a video like this. It is hard, but I think like the editing is like a lot, if that makes sense. You know, if they'd come to me and said, "Hey, Mikey, what do you think to this video you're about to put out?" I'd be like, "Stop with the J cuts. Stop with the black and white at the beginning." Is like a lot when it's this vibe of video, right?
This Kickstarter was amazing, and it effectively allowed us to not make this video in December of last year. So it's basically bought us 8 months to try different things, and we've tried these different formats. We've tried doing different ways of making content, and
if I'm ever in this position, chat, I just want you to let you know. Whilst I can sit here on my high horse and be like, the editing's a bit harsh there. If I'm ever in this position and I'm making a video like this and it is the same, just remind me. Just remind me and ground me a little bit. That's all I'll ask. Because if I end up doing it, I might forget. Just keep me grounded, that's all I ask.
Fortunately, in the current climate, nothing's worked. It's not a good feeling when you try
like
really hard a lot of different ways and all of them don't work. That's not the funnest thing. But what is clear is we are at a point where we can no longer continue operating the way we've been operating. Basically, as we mentioned at the start, we've all volunteered to basically cut all our hours so we can only do one video a week in the hope that by removing one vein of content, it will remove confusion. We can focus on doing project-oriented things. But it's going to raise its own bunch of difficulties because we have less time. It's not like we have the same amount of time to do one video. And that decision was made to avoid having to, end the channel. So we are effectively basically on a form of tabletop time live support right now. Let's just be honest. We're going to be proceeding and really trying to make the new vein of content work. But I think that YouTube has gotten a lot harder in the last few years. There's more competition than ever. The expectations for people's content and the quality of the outcomes are through the roof. I also think that the YouTube algorithm is a monster. Like I think that if people don't watch 2 of your videos, you're gone. We have so many subscribers who'll be like, oh, we weren't interested in those 2 things, so now we just don't see your videos anymore. So
yeah, that can definitely happen. It's very harsh. It's hard. It can be hard when you put out a video and no one cares. Like I've done some videos and they've been absolute stinkers sometimes. Absolute poo-poo. I'll show you a couple of examples because I'm happy to share. But like I've had videos like it was a bit of a shit video. It wasn't like a crazy video, but like I did a video about the FAQ update the day it came out, like 10-15 minutes after it came out. I had a video out, or like no, not 10-15 minutes, like an hour after the last FAQ update that Games Workshop didn't post about. I put a video out, and like the video before that did really well. It got 20,000 views. Okay, so this is me talking about the Tacoma Open making pivot rules, right? So you got 20,000 views, which is 10,000 more than usual, 1,500 hours watch time, 30 subs, and £50 in revenue. Okay, this is like a good, for me, a good video. This is great. This is good news for me. And then I put out a video like a week later, like a week and a half later, called Why Didn't Games Workshop Tell Us About Another 40k FAQ, where they actually made that rule official. And I think maybe because it was like, maybe people thought the same video, it like absolutely deadpanned compared. This is like one of the worst performing videos I've had in a long time. And I got 3 subscribers, lost 1, I got £10 in revenue. It was a lower effort video, don't get me wrong, which will obviously have an effect. But it like absolutely, it did really well initially, then panned straight away, and I honestly couldn't tell you why. It was like really, really bizarre, to be honest. And then like, what else has done really bad? This one, I made a video talking about the new missions when Games Workshop announced them. It doesn't even show my average views because it's so low. I made this video private. I actually privated this video because I was like, fuck this. This is shit. Do you have access to thumbnail tester? Yeah, I do, mate. Everybody does now. That one did absolutely poo. But I've been having some like absolute bangers recently. Like I ranked every spearhead. It's done insanely well. It's done so good. Like I'm at this fucking great video. I was like, I had Woodin edit this one. I'll be totally honest with you. They edited it and sent it to me. I was like, bro, it needs so much work. I'm really not happy with this. I'm really not happy with it. And then I was like, you know what? We don't have time. Let's fucking send it anyway. And that's got 40,000 views. Like crazy. I was just wrong. I just said, hey, Wood, look, you were right. I was wrong. Sorry, bro. But yeah, that one did super well. Everyone does love a ranking video. You're very true, which is why I'm still working on the ranking YouTubers video. But what else do we have that did shit? The Crute one I did so bad. Did so bad. I didn't pay through. This one I've changed so many times. This one did so shit. I translated Warhammer Painting Guide 40 times. That's like an evergreen video, and it's like that's until the one I did about the FAQ update. This is the worst performing video. This one did so shit. I know people only liked it, you know, loads of good comments about it. It just did not do well. Did not do well at all. Absolutely crazy, you know. Also, Warhammer New Warhammer Plus Warhammer fan animation glorious did do very well. You need to buy or print these for all world. Talking about that did do shit. So like it can be harsh because I've got some like really good videos. This one did absolutely poorly, making 3D print look like metal. 1,000 views. I'll be honest, I did not like that translation vid. Yeah, I get that, Jace, but there's like fucking 7 billion people on the planet. You think more than 1,000 would tune in? How did the old little painting challenge do? It didn't do great. It didn't do great, honestly. Where was it? I did 4,000. That one did 4,000. It was not great. It's below average, you know. It's because you bash Google Translate on it, YouTube overlords. Yeah, like that concept has proven to be very popular. So I tried to twist it into Warhammer, and it just didn't do very well. Like people have done like baking a cake. They got that video from like baking a cake, but I translated it 40 times, and they've got like 5-6 million views. Some people didn't like it, but I thought it was hilarious. And I know a lot of people who did watch it did like it and they found it hilarious, but like some people didn't, you know. A lot of people just went, I'm not watching that. Baking cupcakes, but I translated it. You know, there you go. Like I made cupcakes, but the recipe was translated 70 times 1 year ago. 1.8 million views. I'll be honest, I fucking yoinked it. I yoinked the shit out of it. And look, I made sushi with the rest of the period translated 60 times. 3.1 million views. 5 million views. Google Translate makes a carrot cake. Like it's not a new concept. It's a proven concept. But it didn't work for me, for Warhammer. I thought it was funny. But again, it's like, yeah, you might not like it, but also that doesn't mean it's not a proven, well thought out, like popular concept. It just didn't work. So is that okay? Cookie starter David? Probably. So he's saying, don't be a hobby YouTube if you like eating. Yeah, basically. Obviously, there's people that do it. How does it keep falling off? Oh, it's the pin on the back of it. Some people can do it, you know? Like, I am a prime example of you can do it. But I think the idea of just making videos doesn't work. You know? You can't just make videos. You have to have multiple revenue streams, which is kind of like how I survive mostly. Making award-winning backgrounds for my models, but AI did it. Most of those wind up with people eating gross things. Eat payday. Yeah, I ended up eating gross things. Do you think if you did that concept and just baked a cake with 0 Warhammer link, it'd do better than the Crete one? No, because like people would be like, why is Mikey baking a cake and not talk about Warhammer? So potentially, but I don't know. Maybe my thumbnail wasn't very good. Maybe my title wasn't very good. Maybe the video wasn't very good overall. I thought it was funny. That's why I make videos, because I make videos that I like. You know? But just like, there's just like a kind of like a little look behind the scenes type vibe of that, like that sort of content. You know, because what I do, the thing that I enjoy is watching dumb videos and people doing dumb shit. And I try and take dumb videos and make them into make them Warhammer related. Kind of like what Squidward does, right? He takes Ryan Trahan videos and turns them into Warhammer. I do that, but with the videos that I enjoy. One of them being Ryan Trahan. But like I do that with like videos that I enjoy as well. Yeah, I know, but I do that with shorts. I've tried that with shorts. They've not been. Some have done all right. Some have done really shit. But yeah, it's a tough one. And I also didn't have access to that when I put that video out because it was a good few months ago. But yeah, in terms of like YouTube algorithm, there's something I read because I watch a lot of like YouTube help type stuff, like Colin Samir and stuff like creator help. And look, talking about YouTube algorithm and calling it the algorithm is just basically makes it so you can blame the algorithm more. I like to call the algorithm the audience, and it's not something that's like a new concept saying that. But like, if you call the algorithm the audience, you realize if the audience don't click on a video, and then your next one doesn't get promoted, because that's kind of how it works, right? The algorithm puts videos in front of people, and if people aren't clicking, it won't be promoted by the algorithm. But it's not being promoted by the algorithm, not because the algorithm hates you and it's all to do with like bots or whatever. It's because the audience isn't clicking. And I think it's very easy to be like, blame the algorithm, you know, but the algorithm is the people on the other side of it, you know. The whole reason it's there, like YouTube's hard. YouTube's very hard. And trying to get your stuff across is hard. But if you blame the algorithm, rather than looking inwards and be like, what's gone wrong, it can like, it's one of those things. It's like, we can blame the mindless machine, or it can be like, the audience that I have didn't like that, which is like tough. It's tough to like have that inflection, you know. If you don't like a title, they won't click. If they don't like a thumb, they won't click. If your tags are wrong, they won't click as it's not related. Yeah, exactly. But there's so many variables, but ultimately it does boil down to something you didn't vibe with the people that normally see your videos, so they didn't care. That's why a video did bad, you know. Which is why I have to clickbait sometimes, like today.
It's not forgiving. There's creators struggling all over the place. The global economy seems to be on the brink of collapse as recording today. So I don't think we're exactly launching into amazing times, but we're going to give it our all. And we're going to kind of talk to you a little bit about what that's going to look like. And Murray and Jen are going to share their thoughts and their feelings. Because
I do agree, though. I think it feels like there's an overall decline in like the Warhammer space. A lot of people are getting a lot less views than they were a couple of years ago. But I think it's ultimately, I think it's like a fall off like of the COVID bubble. The COVID bubble is still hitting a lot of people. And they're still like trying to ride the wave of the COVID bubble. And then they're getting some bangers go out and they're like, oh, we're back to normal. But actually they're not back to normal. They're actually just getting a banger. And there's still, everybody's still on a slow decline from that. Because more and more companies are taking people back to work and stuff like that, you know? Like when we're all, excuse me, when everyone was working from home, having a great time, working from home, second monitor, watching videos, all good. Everyone was riding high off that. And then as time has gone on, obviously a bunch of people went back to work straight away, which we saw a big decline, and then more and more people are going back to work. More and more people working from home are having that removed. But also, as you said, like global economy, you can kind of say that because cost of living is affecting every single person, which is affecting people spending. So people are subscribing to Patreons less, joining members less, but also spending less in general, which means advertisers want to spend less because they have slimmer budgets. And it's just like a knock-on effect. You know, it is just a huge knock-on effect of like one thing gets affected and then it just like continues to keep affecting. So, time to ramp up those thumbnails with juicy AI avatar. No way. No way. Anyway, this is a 25-minute video, and I've been talking about this topic for a long time. But all I wanted to say was, shout out to Tabletop Time. They do have a Patreon. If you wanted to check it out, I'll leave a link in the chat right now if you want to support them. I do love their content. I think they're like a great bunch of people. There's just, it's really shit the times that they've fallen on. And I could sit here and watch this 25-minute video and like break down everything they say and talk about it, but go and watch the video, go and get your full thoughts and feelings about it. Maybe we can chat more in the Discord. But I really need to do marbles and I really need a piss, so I'm not going to watch the rest of the video. So I'm quickly going to go pee whilst you watch one more Goku turn Super Saiyan. All right, I'm going to feel all motivated for marbles and I really need to piss.
You're going to love this. Trust me.
So good. It's so good. He's so angry. Shout out to the voice actor whose fucking throat must have been destroyed after this. And then he went to number 4. Surprised? What a fucking legend. What a great video. What a great video. Anyway, Charinos, it's time for marbles, baby. If you don't know, we've got some marbles to add. So you just have to give me a minute to talk about yourselves and ask me anything now while I've got time to chat. We got a whole bunch to add. If you gift your membership, super chat, or anything like that, you'll be added. Just like Saltism. For the 11 months. Just like Kong and Stewie. Just like Saltism with 5. James Stancliffe. Oops, felt that wrong. I should watch a Squidmar video I'm in. If I'm not reacting to someone, I'm not going to watch someone someone close by, you know? I'm not reacting, as it were. This is the worst thing to call it. I like to call critically analysing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from J Mart. Goose. Papaya Pariah with a 50. Papaya Pariah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sir Galahad. I get addicted to talk about YouTube stuff. It gets me motivated to edit. Yeah, I love talking about YouTube stuff. It's quite funny though, because I last week the How to Succeed at YouTube document leaked from Mr. Beast, and I had a quick scan, right? And I messaged Vince about it, Pleasant Kenobi, and I was like, holy fuck. He get like Mr. Beast. Once I do this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 20 streak for Papa Pariah. Mr. Beast gets like 80% retention rate. So basically, on average, people watch 80% of a Mr. Beast video. And I was like, holy shit, people on average watch like 10 to 15% of my videos. I'm so fucked. And then he gave me like a four message essay about how he hates Mr. Beast. And I was like, okay, bro, I just wanted to talk about the stats. It was crazy, but okay. It's very funny though, because I was like, holy shit, look at this. Isn't that crazy? How can we improve? And he was just like, I fucking hate Mr. Beast, bro. And I was like, okay, I get it, but what about the stats? You might hate him, but he's doing something right. He's also doing a lot wrong. That's the problem. Because Mr. Beast is embroiled in a lot of controversy right now. But yeah, he's doing something right. Some of it very manipulative, though. Well, that's everybody. We got Oscar in there. Big C, Merc. Yeah, I think that's everybody. Mr. Beast isn't probably the best role model. No, exactly, mate. Exactly that. That's what I was kind of really reading to. I was watching a video twice when the channel is small and building up. Once to watch it properly, once to slap it on the background and mute. You've got to watch it on 0.25 speed as well. Watch it on 2.5 speed. Mine especially. I'm a small channel. I am. Man got a full name. Yeah, he did. He was trying to gaslight me. Trying to have 2? Did I not put 2? Are you trying to scam me with the $1? Trying to scam me with the $1? We're making it minimum 5 as of next week. Minimum 5, or you can enter for free with other ways, especially like TNC. I don't run a legal lottery, there are free ways to enter. Alright, I think that's everybody. 50 marbles. Marble Mill, baby! Okay, chat. It's been fun. It's been emotional. But I'm afraid it's got to come over eventually. It's got to end sometime. And today, it's going to end with a big fat marbles race. It's a big fat marbles race, baby. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Love you all. And best of luck in the marble stream. In 3, 2, 1, go! Let's go. 50 enter. Only 1 leaves through the marble mill. First of all, we've got the slot machine. As you can see, we've got the... Oh, Saltism fell. Oh, no, they didn't. That's Undes and Saltism are going up and around. Now they've got the slot machine. Here we go. Can they make it out? Saltism's stuck. So's Des. Who's going to make it out first? It looks like Des has made it out first with a very big lead. Look at that. They're already out. Followed by Papa Pariah, Saltism, and the rest of Papa Pariah and all their friends. And now everyone else is catching up. It's like Mario Kart. Papaya Pariah, Datsun Des first, second, and everyone else is like 3rd through 9th. And okay, we got Papaya Pariah taking the middle. We got Papaya Pariah taking the left. And we got Des who's just fell off, I think. Yep, Des is dead. Okay, never mind. With Papa Pariah taking the lead. But the other two Papa Pariahs taking a gallop. Oh, Nathan, never mind, mate. All good. Never mind, never mind. Okay, I don't know how to go up. For some reason, I can't go up. I'm going to do this. Conga Stewie, never mind. Goose, never mind. Where to go? Where to go, bro? Where to go? Galahad, never mind. Where to go? Where to go? You tried. You tried. So we got Oscar, Papaya Pariah, and Jamartin taking up the lead. Round here, then we've got what we got next. Oh, it's actually not a bad run if they can make it out fast enough. That's the thing. There's shortcuts on here. Looks like no one's taking the shortcuts. Oh, Papaya Pariah is taking the shortcut over here. It looks like they might take the lead unless someone else can catch up, like Jamartin. Papaya Pariah and Jamartin in first and second by the looks of it. Can they make it through fast enough? Underneath on here, will they fall off or will they make it through? Looks like Papaya's making it through, but they're going to get slowed down here. Oh, Jamartin right on their tail. Can they make it? Papaya's been hit. So's Jamartin. Oscar right behind. Can they make it? It doesn't look like it. It looks like the clean sweep for Papaya Pariah. Congratulations, bud. It was close. It's a close one. Well done to Rob, Oscar, Salters, and Papaya. Salters and Papaya, Jamartin, Papaya, and Sir Galahad for the top 10. But I'm afraid it is going to be Papaya Pariah spinning that wheel. Are you still here, bud? Are you still here, my friend? Are you still here, my friend? They did donate a lot. They put 100 in this evening, which is very cool of them. Congratulations, Papaya. You've just won some Pariah objective markers. Papaya, I've just sent 2 sets of Hellstorm objectives to Papaya. I've just sent 2 whole sets, and now they've won the plastic ones. I thought today's my day. I'm sorry, bro. Look, final results. Where did Conga stay? I think Conga, you think you fell off, bro. L plus ratio, you fell off. I don't think Papaya's here, so I'll drop them a DM, see if they still want them. I doubt it, because they've just had 2 sets. They've got the Desert Realm, and they've got the Craters. But I'll drop them a DM, so congratulations to Papaya Pariah. Which is funny, because I just run Pariah plastic objective markers, which is ironic. But today's been fun, so thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you've learned something about YouTube and just Games Workshop copywriting stuff. And just in general, I don't have my outro music open. So, but otherwise it's been great. It's been great. It's been fun. I've really enjoyed it. I'm just stalling so I can get my my music on. There it is. It's been good today, chat. So thanks for hanging out. It's been cute. It's been emotional. And I'll be back Wednesday, hopefully for a really big stream. I'm currently setting it up. If you don't know, I'm doing a really big Space Marine stream, like this week or next week latest. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate you, and thanks for all the members. Thanks for all the support. Honestly, couldn't do it without you. So honestly, as jokes aside about grinding and stuff, I wouldn't do this if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you. So thanks everyone. Thanks for watching. Catch you later. Catch you Wednesday. Catch you Wednesday. Might have a video out before then, but otherwise I'll catch you Wednesday. Still working on the terrain. I'm going to go paint terrain now. That's my life for the next week and a half. Painting terrain. Well, thank you. Don't forget 2 live streams this week. 1 on Wednesday, 1 on Friday, 1 on Saturday. 2 game streams, baby. Morning news and 2 games. We're going to play some new cool games and stuff. Having a great time. Having a great time. All right. Love you all. Bye-bye. Bye for now. Bye. 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 Bye.